Welcome to this new episode of our Bible reading and reflection. Today, we begin our journey through the book of Genesis by exploring the very first verses. Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 to 5. These words introduce us to the story of creation, where God brings the universe into existence. This passage speaks about the beginning of all things, light and darkness, day and night, and shows us the order and goodness in God's creation. Let us listen closely and reflect on what these opening words reveal about God, the world, and our place in it. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. This first verse of the Bible gives a simple yet powerful message. Everything has its origin in God. Before anything existed, God was there, and He created both the heavens above and the earth below. This sets the stage for the whole story of the Bible. It reminds us that God is the creator of all reality, and that everything we see around us comes from Him. This verse helps us recognize God's greatness and His power to bring all things into being out of nothing. Genesis 1:2, and the earth was void and empty, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved over the waters. Here we learn about the state of the earth before creation was finished. The earth was formless, empty, and dark, with deep waters covering it. But right from the beginning, God's Spirit, sometimes understood as His presence or breath, is moving over the waters. This shows that God is close to His creation and active in it from the very start. Even in the darkness and chaos, God prepares to bring order and life. Genesis 1:3, and God said, "Be light made," and light was made. With His word alone, God creates light. This shows the power of God's voice and command. What He says becomes reality. Light drives away darkness, making it possible for life and beauty to appear in creation. In many Christian traditions, this light is seen as a symbol of goodness, truth, and God's own presence. This verse teaches us to trust in the power of God's word and His ability to bring light into the world, even where there was none. Genesis 1:4, and God saw the light that it was good, and He divided the light from the darkness. God looks at the light and sees that it is good. This tells us that creation is not just an accident. It is something God intentionally made with care and purpose. By separating light from darkness, God brings order into the world. This separation also reminds us that God is the source of goodness and order, and that He shapes creation according to His wisdom and plan. Genesis 1:5, and He called the light day, and the darkness night. And there was evening and morning one day. Here, God gives names to light and darkness, calling them day and night. Naming is a sign of authority and care. By establishing day and night, God creates the first cycle of time, a rhythm that gives structure to life on earth. The mention of evening and morning marks the completion of the first day of creation, reminding us that everything, including time itself, begins with God's action and order. In these first verses of Genesis, we see God as the powerful creator who brings order and goodness into the world. He creates everything from nothing, speaks light into being, and prepares the earth for all that will follow. This passage reminds us that all things begin with God, and that creation reflects His wisdom and care. As we go about our daily lives, may we remember that God is always at work, bringing light and order, even where there was once darkness. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more Bible readings and reflections.